What reactions do people have to someone's last breath? There is a wide range of reactions. It's common to feel fear, repulsion, and often also, if only momentarily, failure. The thought that I failed to stop it happening. This illusion that we could have been in control can help us feel less out of control. Also common are an urge for immediate action, overwhelming despair, relief, discomfort, numbness. There are many more, as many as there are people in fact. What is important to know here is that people can be surprised by their reactions and may need reassuring that it is okay, for example, to feel relief. People's reactions will also be greatly influenced by their previous experiences or lack of them, of someone taking their last breath. We need to take care that everyone's needs are met, especially when there is someone whose reaction is the urge to act immediately. That is why one of our prime messages is, slow down, there is no rush. It is important that people with an urge to act do not make decisions or take action which overrides other people's needs. This is the point when people with an urge to act would call a funeral director. Now let's look at how our brains work. We find interpersonal neurobiology is a helpful way of looking at this. In simple terms, the oldest part of our brain is our reptilian brain. This regulates our automatic functions like our breathing and is only concerned with our survival. It facilitates our fight, flight or freeze response when we sense danger, as in it actually makes our bodies do what they're doing. Our limbic brain or limbic system is the seat of our feelings and emotions in common with other mammals. It is hardwired from an early age and fear-based, also concerned for our safety and survival. It activates our fight, flight, freeze response within our body in response to danger. Our cortex is our newest brain, responsible for all our higher human functions, such as information processing, language, thinking, planning, and more. This is the part that other mammals don't have. Part of this brain, our prefrontal cortex, offers us executive functions such as calming fear, attuning to others, having access to our intuition, pausing before acting, and also regulating our bodies, having emotional balance, having insight and empathy, being moral in our thinking and actions, and more. When we feel unsafe and our limbic brain is triggered, it automatically shuts down our prefrontal cortex, unless our limbic system and prefrontal cortex are well integrated, which in most people they are not. This means that in a state of fear, we simply do not have access to our higher executive functions, such as our compassion, our intuition, our sense of meaning or purpose of life, our ability to modulate fear, experience empathy, think clearly, and plan. Now, why is this relevant? The limbic brain is tuned to fear and has a natural and innate fear of death and anything associated with death, including dead bodies, and tends to have an ingrained fear of dying and revulsion at the natural body transformation processes. In this culture, it often feels threatened by the presence of death, but this can be mitigated by experience, by conscious preparation, and by soothing it. Death is unfamiliar to most people, which renders it a frightening thing that can feel like a threat to our safety. Does this help to make sense of people's reactions at the moment of death? We would like to be clear at this point that however someone's brain reacts is the correct and appropriate way for their brain at that time. However, one of our hopes is that by considering all that we do in this video series, it can help people prepare and integrate their limbic brain so that they can get better access to their higher functions in their prefrontal cortex and have a more meaningful experience.